When deciding to build their next app or software product, every business owner tries hard to analyze the challenges, risks, and benefits of all options available to them. Good business decisions are made when all options are explored, information is at hand, and it's clearly understood. The opportunity of getting your work done offshore is no doubt something that will come up very early on in your research. And with your chosen supplier being such an important step, you need to understand where the risks are. Hi, I'm Matt from Spring Digital, and today we're going to help you understand the 5 risks of developing software offshore yourself to help you in your decision making. Now, let me state from the outset, offshoring in my books is not sweatshop style development, nor is it hiring staff for $1 a day. I wholly stand against modern slavery and everything that it is. Offshoring for me is just as it sounds, giving your business access to a global talent pool, regardless of location, race, or culture. So let's dig in. For most business owners, the prospect of hiring a global team can be both daunting and exciting. There are usually 2 core drivers for this decision. Number 1 is, of course, lower labor costs. Where cost is concerned, the financial benefit is usually the first thing that gets people's attention. Due to the lower cost of living, the rates of development in Eastern Europe, Asia, or India are usually lower than their Australian, American, or Western European counterparts. Secondly, it's access to the talent pool. With remote and hybrid working now being commercially acceptable, even with a large group of in-house or local talent, major companies and even startups have adopted offshoring strategies to access a larger pool of skills from every corner of the world. As a business owner, you can easily make the case for the benefits. So today, let's look at some of the risks to be aware of to help you in your decision making. Risk number 1, language barriers. Language barriers and the associated problems with this is the number 1 risk you need to watch out for. Unless you're fluent in your offshore team's language, there will be issues. It's not just the basics of spelling and grammar that can be a problem, but everything from the tone, slang, and speed too. Risk number 2, control. Control of the employees working in any company largely depends on the company's recruitment process and its management style. However, with an offshore company, it's practically impossible to monitor and manage the team day to day. Have a quick face-to-face catch-up, or visit the office and explain your idea on a whiteboard. Risk number 3, time zones. When you work with an offshore development company, the time difference will become a challenge. Your usual workday extends after hours as developer questions need answering, and project and status meetings regularly are needed after hours. Risk number 4, security and IP. IP, security, and data protection are some of the most pressing challenges in the IT space today, as whoever controls your code controls the greatest asset of your business. So, no matter how tight your non-disclosure agreement is, or how well you get on with them, there is a risk in this space, with cross-border enforcement and litigation being very costly. The final risk to watch out for here is number 5, testing and quality. Quality is a combination of how well it's coded and how well it's tested. The final problem I see in most offshore projects is teams have a lack of structured testing or no testing at all. In our experience, offshore teams are quick to tell you that they have the team to build it or the project systems to manage it, but often overlooked are the testers to test it. So, unless you like the prospect of 400 plus hours of testing your product and reporting bugs, watch out for this risk. As a little bonus one for you as well, there's one other risk we see here, which is not common with all offshoring, but just some countries. It's what we call the yes sir or yes ma'am culture. Being more cultural than personal, it's those times when you sit in a meeting and the team sits in front of you and says yes to everything you say. And at the end, no questions, all smiles. It's painful. Communication is a two-way street when dealing with technical experts, and not getting those indicators that they understand by way of good questions, constructive criticism, and feedback leaves that sinking feeling in your chest. So watch out. So, to sum up the risks in getting your project built offshore yourself, there's an old saying we use in the IT space. It can be built fast, cheap, and well, but you can only pick 2. So, when starting out on your next project, make sure you consider the risks, and if you can overcome them with a system, a person, or a process. If you have had an experience in offshoring yourself, or can think of any more risks when doing so, please feel free to drop a comment below, as I'm sure there will be others out there who will really appreciate it. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe for more great content just like this. Till next time,